beat them. We beat those farmers, and now we're triumphantly eating their roasted chicken, their sizzling duck, their succulent turkey. Cider.
We're all hurt. My entire flint mine just got demolished.
I'm just glad that you didn't die.
Let's do a head count. Ash, who's your buddy?
Christoph.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Why not?
I lost him.
Oh, no. Where did you get that nutmeg ginger apple snapped? And why are you wearing that fake bandit hat?
We want to steal back your tail.
Wrap this wet little mutt in a newspaper. Put him in a box with some holes punched at the top.
Maybe if I hand myself over and let them kill me, stuff me, and hang me over their man.
We'll do no such thing.
Well, maybe they'll let everyone else live.
Oh, why'd you have to get us into this, Foxy?
I think I have this thing where I need everybody to think I'm the greatest, quote-unquote fantastic Mr. Fox.
That's an interesting conversation. Right there, he just wanted to be who he was, not who he became.
Ash, I'm so glad he was you. It's not your fault. It's mine.
Oh, and I love that part also, you know, about accepting your kid.
They want to trade the son for his uncle.
It's not his papa, it's his uncle.
I'm his son.
I can see their semblance.
Oh, he's gonna be proud of that. Oh, I love the music. You're a little Jay-Z, you know? Oh, Mama Fox is there. Huh?
The boys locked into the apple crate on top of a gun locker in the attic of Bean Annex.
All these wasted years. What were you looking for, a rat?
Spider.
I'm feeling sad for him.
My suicide mission's been canceled. We're replacing it with a go-for-broke rescue mission. When I look down this table with the exquisite feast set before us, I see two terrific lawyers, a skilled pediatrician, a wonderful chef. I also see a room full of wild animals. Wild animals with true natures and pure talents.
Oh, I'm beginning to really love, you know, some subtitles.
Will you join me?
I will.
Whoa. Oh, it looks great also, how it's animated, the fire.
I'm gonna find him, and I'm gonna bring him back.
I know you will.
No! This time it's you.
Kylie, you got a credit card?
Sure.
See, this is what I was saying about how good you are just being available for a titanium card.
No?
I pay my bills on time. I've always had good credit.
Good for you.
Come on.
Oh, wait a second. What's this thing you do, the whistle with the clicking sound?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? That's my trademark.
Uh-oh.
Give me a blueberry. What? A blueberry? You forgot the blueberries? I did say it. I wrote it on your paw. Back with ravens. I've heard about this beagle.
Uh-oh.
You two go ahead while I distract him.
I can fit through there.
Hmm?
Hmm?
You wanna know why? Because I'm little. Give me that shoelace. It's me. I'm rescuing you.
I've got mixed feelings about that. Let's review the principal agility techniques. Jumping, flipping, landing.
You're a good boy.
Do we have time for that?
Only maybe, but terribly sweet.
Remember, it's the pullback that matters. It's the pull back generates the force of the impact. Got it.
Really? I have mixed feelings about that.
I thought he said never look a beagle in the eye.
Your cousin inside?
Sorry.
That's all right. You were just trying to unlock the apple crate.
What I'm sorry about.
Oh, you mean from before? The apology you owed me, but you never actually said.
I'm just different. Apparently.
You're unique! I love you!
Won't
You are.
happen again. Chris Robertson, I'm sorry.
Your cousin is pretty unique also, you know?
That's all right too.
No bite.
You okay?
Oh,
He's wearing it.
your turn.
Your tractors uprooted my tree. Your gunman kidnapped my nephew. Your rat insulted my wife.
It's a little a gladiator time, you know, like.
Actually, we should just go. Where'd I park?
I weigh less than a slice of bread.
What?
I'll be right back.
Dodge the grabbers, duck the taggers, jump the twig basket, and knock the cedar stick off the cross rock.
Like the game! The dog! Make the dog come for them. Oh, and he took the tail! No one is gonna have it.
Ash, that was pure wild animal craziness. You're an athlete.
Hmm?
You put this bandit hat on.
With the stars on it?
Don't turn around.
What?
Where did he come from?
Canis lupus.
Bulbous bulbous.
Pensez-vous que l'univers sera monde?
He's ready for hard winter.
Yes, do you think that it's gonna be an hard winter?
What a beautiful creature. Wish him luck, boys.
We're gonna survive? We're gonna do it? It was cool.
My darlings. Where are we going? Nobody knows. Hey, look. There's a whole enormous, glorious, gigantic supermarket up here.
So you can steal from it.
You really are kind of quote-unquote fantastic.
That's your thing?
Okay, I get it. Is that your trademark?
I'm pregnant again.
Wow. I think we're both glowing. They say all foxes are slightly allergic to linoleum, but it's cool to the paw. Try it. They say my tail needs to be dry cleaned twice a month, but now it's fully detachable. See?
You
They
can
say
change,
our
you
tree
can
may
evolve.
never- Yes, these crackles are made of synthetic goose, and these giblets come from artificial squab, and even these apples look fake. But at least they've got stars on them. I guess my point is, we'll eat tonight, and we'll eat together, and even in this not particularly
I'm gonna
fun
cry, I'm
environment,
sorry.
you are without a doubt the 5.5 most wonderful wild animals I've ever met in my life. To our survival.
say about it, in fact. Wait, I'm just gonna make a little break because it's beginning to be stormy. I just need to check one thing, you know, to not have any issue with things on my kitchen and all. Just wait. I'm so glad that I discovered that movie with you guys, and because of one of you guys who asked me to react to it, it was a good choice. I knew that it had, you know, good chance to please me because it's a Wes Anderson movie and I love his work. But clearly, I really loved this movie, so thank you for that. First, before beginning this review. Oh, I loved it! You know, even during the rough times during this movie, even during, you know, the tension moments, are they gonna survive, can they do it and all, still I felt relaxed, you know, I felt into a good mood, I felt like nothing could go really wrong, and still, you know, the music was putting a good mood. I appreciated the music, the animation, I appreciate that form of animation, and the story was great, with also cool characters, like all of these animals, you know, and the fact that they were defined by different jobs, different talents and all. It was fun, but also inside of this family, you know, the Fox family, to have also real characters with real stories, with real developments also for them. It was really interesting and well written. So yes, for how it was done, you know, the musics, the pictures, you know, how it was played also with the different voices and how it was written, the story, I really appreciated it. But I think that I appreciate even more the development of the characters, and through their developments and through what they learned during this movie, the messages, in fact, that the writers put inside of this movie. All of that thing, you know, about the family, about the fact that you have to defend your family, the fact that as long that you are with your family, everything is okay, you have to defend, protect, you have to stay with your family, nothing else counts, you know, the place where you live. Like at the beginning they were living into an hole, he wanted something better, so they went into a tree. At the end they are living, you know, under the city, and in fact they are okay with it, you know. I was a little surprised about it at the end. The place doesn't count, the context doesn't count as long as you are with your family, so that's already a little message, you know, of this movie. Another message, you can be like, it's about the same thing, then being a family, being a community with all of these animals being together, and all of that thing about the fact that they are wild animals, so they are really a community, they can do stuff together. For sure, we have also all of the thing about the dad and his development, the fact that he was someone and his wife asked him to change, so he changed, but he felt, you know, a little nostalgic about his old life and stuff like that, so he stole again, and after that, in fact, he was discovered, and because of him all of that happened. He had to confess that he lied, you know, to his wife about what he did, that was bad. Because of that, a lot of bad things happened. So clearly, it's not a good thing to lie to the person that you love, to destroy your promises, you know, stuff like that. Around the dad, we have also an entire thing about, was it his true nature, you know, to steal stuff? Like, for sure, at some point, he had to come back to that because it was truly himself and all. For me, the lesson of this movie is to say that it was him, you know, at some point into his life, but after that, it changed. And he wanted to go back to that because he was feeling nostalgic about it. But also, you know, with what he said at some point, it was also what people around him were expecting him to be, you know, to be fantastic, to be like that, to do stuff like that. And maybe, you know, it spoke to me about some parts of my life where I was not recognizing myself because I was acting like I always acted before, but inside I was changing. So it was not fitting anymore with who I was inside, but because it was who I used to be, who everyone knew and who everyone expected me to be. Like, things were not working, do you understand what I mean? Maybe that's why it spoke to me, you know, that thing about the fact that he wanted to be the one that everyone was expecting, and that he was at some point into his life, and that he loved to be at some point into his life. Like, he was not ashamed of it or anything like that, just it was not anymore who he was. Right now, you know, he is a father and his priorities changed, and he loves his new life, you know, he loved that new life into that tree with his family and all, so that's everything that he wants, you know, at the end. And you know, his little speech, also his little toast at the end, it was also to say that even if things are changing, you know, are not the way that they were before and are not the way that you think that they should, you know, all of that thing about the tale, about everything like that, it's okay also, if as long as you're okay with it, as long as you're living well with it, as long as it's fitting with your life, with your values, with your ideas and all, it's okay to change, and it's okay for the world around you to change, as long as you have your family and you're okay with all of these changes. You know, it's a little the lesson for Mr. Fox. And for sure, we have also all of these things around this relationship with his son, and to not expect too much from your kids and to let them be who they are and to not compare them to the other ones and all of that, you know, all of that discussion about being different, it's okay, and in fact everyone is different, everyone is unique. Like right there for me, this cousin was also really different, you know, a kid who is doing yoga, who is doing karate, who is doing all of this stuff and all, in some you know, in some cities, in some schools, people would say that he's the guy who is really different. So it's not a question of being different, it's a question of being unique. And also, you know, that moment with all of these animals preparing that plan together and seeing what their talent is, for me it's also responding to that, you know, responding to that conversation about they are not different, they are unique, because they have each one of them different, unique talents. And also it's responding to that other discussion about it's not into your nature, you know, it's not into your DNA to be a certain way. It's who you are, it's a part of you, but it's not everything about you. It's a talent, you know, into your life, it's something that you have into your life, it's a part of you, but it's not defining fully who you are. For me, it's also responding to that, you know. Like, again, if you're taking the case of Mr. Fox, he was someone stealing and he was really good at it, and it's a talent that he had. After that, it changed. He wanted to come back to that because he felt nostalgic, because he wanted to prove himself again, and also because everyone was expecting him to be like that, and because it was one of his talents that he was not ashamed of, that maybe he was a little proud of. But again, you know, that talent, you know, right there, it's of stealing, but that talent is not defining all of him. He's not only someone stealing, you know, he's also a father, he's also a leader for his community, he's also a lot of different things. And it doesn't have to be the top of his list, you know, like he can be a father and after that someone using that talent of stealing. Do you understand what I mean? And I think that, again, it's a good message to make understand, you know, to the little viewers who can see this movie, and also to the adults, the fact that you can be good at something, you can have a talent, or you have a part of you who is like that, but it's not that part of you who is gonna define everything that you are, and you don't have to be only that, you can be also plenty of other stuff. It can be the top of your list, you know, to define who you are, but maybe it's not gonna be the top of your list to define who you are, and it's okay if you're changing, and it's okay if you, at some point you're becoming something else. It doesn't mean that you were ashamed of who you are, it doesn't mean that you were not glad about these times and all, it just means that you're evolving. So yes, that's why I really also love this movie. In addition of the fact that it was well done, the music, it was fun, you know, it was really cool. Everything about it, you know, how it was written, how it was played with the voices, how it was done on screen and all. In addition of that, I also really loved all of these messages that they put into it, and that's why this toast, you know, at the end really touched me, because yes, it touched something, you know, right there. About something that I learned some years ago and that I felt totally okay with also, you know. I was like that before, and after that I changed, and it's okay. But you know, it's something rough when people are expecting you to be in a certain way and you were like that and you loved to be like that, to at some point be something else. In my case, you know, like at some point to my life, because I was confronted, you know, to bad stuff, into my job and all, I had really bad issues, and into my personal life, like it was really complicated in all of the aspects of my life. Because of that, during some years, I was really someone really severe, you know, like I was really, I was mad all of the time. I was really like direct, not emotional at all, you know, if you want to compare that to who I am right now. And I was hiding, you know, that emotional part of me. And I think that if you are watching my videos since a long time, you already heard me saying plenty of time that I'm an emotional person. And it's really something, you know, like I was diagnosed like that by psychiatrists and all. Like it's really something, I'm hypersensitive to stuff, to emotions, but also to plenty of other stuff. I'm not gonna make the list right there, but it's something about me. And during that period of time, I was forced to hide that side of me, to not let that side of me express itself, and on the contrary, to be really, you know, going for it, being really brave, being really direct, being really like tough and all. And I loved to be like that. And really, truly, it helped me during this period of times which were difficult. It helped me a lot. It's because of that that I stayed really strong, you know, and that I was really handling all of that well. So I was not ashamed of being like that, and I love also that part of me who can be brave, who can be tough. I love also that part of me who is like that, who is strong. But it's not the part of me who is defining all of me, and at some point it was not the part of me that I wanted to place at the top, you know. And for people who saw me being like that during entire years, they were all expecting me to be the tough girl, you know, into the group and all, with my family, with my friends. They were all expecting me to be like that. So at some point it was also difficult for me to tell them that it was not only that, you know, that I'm also emotional, you know, and it was also weird for them to be like, you can be emotional, you know? So yes, that movie sees through these messages, touched something just right there, and that's why I love the message of this movie, and that's why at the end I was a little moved and all. It's cool, it's really cool. I know that it's just one of the messages of this movie. I know that the main ones are mostly about the thing, you know, as being a family, being a community, the relationship with his son, also the jealousy thing with the cousin, and all of that story, all of that narrative arc about fighting these farmers. I'm not gonna come back to it, like, it's not messages through that they put. It was just adventures, you know, for them to fight, to have something like that. Even if we could say a lot about these farmers who are not giving up, who are so obsessed with the fox and stuff like that. We have plenty of messages into this movie, but some, you know, for sure are gonna touch me more than maybe some touched you more. Do you understand what I mean? It was cool! I'm so glad that I discovered that movie with you guys. So glad. And if it's the first time that you're watching it, you know, with me right there, please watch it on your own, because for sure I'm gonna be forced to cut into it for Patreon and even more for YouTube. Oh, that's gonna be painful. Watch it on your own. Truly, it deserves it. Oh, it was so cool! I'm so glad. It's really going stormy outside, and for now my camera is dealing well with that, but it's really getting darker also, even if it's just 3 p.m. So I'm gonna let you write that, guys, and for the movie I'm gonna see you in 1 month and in just some weeks, you know, for you guys on Patreon to be the one to choose the next movie. Be careful with that, you know, with the schedule post, to know on which day, on which hour I'm gonna prepare that movie level, you know, if you can be interested to be the one to select the new movie. Okay, it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.